Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel, and especially over the last few hours, XRP price, along with, well, the entire crypto asset class, but prices have been tanking, and so I want to ask you a question. Are you getting shaken out? Well, there's one crypto analyst that says that this is the final shakeout before things really start to take off here. I've got another analyst, XRP analyst, who says that, hey, at XRP price, it's about to slingshot, and that means that in a very positive way. And over the last few days, as I've been covering price action based on what, and I'm not a chart analyst, just to be clear, no financial background, I don't offer advice, but as I've been tracking what technical analysts have been saying, especially over the last several days, many have been saying that there could be a little bit of a pullback here, and that's the direction we've been heading somewhat. And I'll tell you what, over the last few hours in particular, it's been speeding up. And so we're going to talk about price in here. Is it doomsday? Is it not? Well, let me tell you something before I get outside of the intro portion of this video here. And again, not financial advice, period, because I don't have financial background, but I'm happy to share with you my opinion on what I'm doing. I tell you what, if XRP price goes up, I buy XRP. When XRP price goes down, I buy XRP. Because what I'm doing here is I'm buying on a set schedule. I throw emotion out of it, and until XRP price moves up to such a degree that I don't know for sure what that level is going to be for me, but probably when it moves up in a parabolic fashion, that will be to me an indicator to pause my purchasing, not stop forever necessarily, but to pause. Because I don't want to buy in when a bunch of people are FOMOing. But I got to tell you, all of this price action we've been seeing for the last 2 years has not elicited an emotional response from me. So if you're having trouble with this, just know I certainly do sympathize with where you're coming from, because like I've got skin in the game, just like I'm guessing you do. If you're listening to this channel, you're probably an XRP holder. This is an XRP-centric channel. But look, market cycles are market cycles, and I just keep focused on the fact that XRP continues to be adopted, and that's more important than the short-term noise, and that's just my opinion. But before we go any further, if you would please delicately tap that like button, and if you are a fan of Ripple and XRP, and you can cut through the noise and throw emotion out of your decision-making process, which I think is a good idea when it comes to buying and selling stuff. That's just my opinion here. Go ahead and subscribe to the Moon Lambo channel, damn it. It's the best thing you'll do with your entire day, perhaps your entire week, and probably your entire year. So there you go. The market cap for the asset class down to $258 billion. Now, considering that it had been up to certainly over $300 billion as of recently, within the last 2-3 weeks, whatever it's been. I don't remember the highest I saw. I don't want to click on it, but maybe it's $320 billion or something like that. And so again, down to $257 billion. Bitcoin's at 9,161, and XRP is at 23.7 cents. Panic in the streets. What are we going to do? Well, if you're Moon Lamb, you're just going to buy XRP as scheduled. I just shared it. That's just my opinion again. And so you can see here, just if you want to take a look visually, here's the 24-hour chart for XRP. And again, you can see things have really sped up. The decline sped up quite a bit over the last couple hours in particular. As I'm recording this, it is, what the hell day is it? Is it Tuesday? It's a Tuesday. 8:17 p.m. Central Standard Time here in the Midwest here in the good old United States. And so that's what it's looking like right now, and it's continuing to go down. Bitcoin looking pretty similar. Here's a 24-hour chart for Bitcoin. Now let's go ahead and get into the first story here, though. Now, mind you, so there was already downward price action when this story came up, but it was from a little bit earlier today, so the worst of the price action had not yet occurred. So keep that in mind as I'm running through this. But things happen fast in crypto. But this one was titled, XRP price expected to go above 40 cents while its liquidity rises. At press time, the third largest currency XRP is trading at 26 cents. The good old days. Wait, that was today. As per figures shared by CoinMarketCap. Recently, it briefly overcame the 30-cent barrier before pulling back to its current price level. Traders are now sharing their bullish predictions, and in the meantime, the index of XRP liquidity in the Philippines has almost reached a new major level. A Twitter user, whose name is from a Wall Street movie, Sir Gordon Gekko, seems to be extremely bullish on XRP. He shared a tweet with his 10,000 followers saying he believes the XRP price is about to skyrocket. The chart shows that the upward line is going beyond the 40-cent level. And here's the tweet from it. It reads as follows. XRP getting ready for a huge slingshot. Make sure you're wearing an old pair of pants. So there we go. I can respect the positivity there. Previously, the same Twitter user published a post saying XRP had formed a golden cross pattern on the chart. Now, XRP supporter at Geraldo XRP expects two of the largest currencies, Bitcoin and XRP, to go green next week. He spread the word in a recent tweet, which reads as follows. XRP and Bitcoin catch bids next week. Expect green X. Now, I'll tell you, Harry, by the way, so he's the one whose tweet I just read there, he did call the massive run-up in 2017, and he didn't cite the specifics, but the timing, man, he had it down. In terms of XRP, when it went from roughly 20 cents, whatever it was at, to almost $4 there, so I'm happy to listen to him. All right, next, here's a piece titled, XRP Triggers Major Buy Signal as Crypto Asset Reaches Pivot Point. XRP, the native crypto to the Ripple protocol, just flashed a major buy signal just as the altcoin reaches a major pivot point. And by the way, this story was also from today. And so it was before the worst of the drop that we've seen today, but still it was on the decline. And then it continues. Could this be the start of a monstrous rally that will cause shock and awe throughout the crypto market? Although XRP has held its position as the number 3 crypto by market cap with relative ease, falling behind only Ethereum and Bitcoin, it has been one of the worst performing altcoins in the top 10 cryptocurrencies by market cap over the last 2 years running. Well, that's, arbitrarily choose a timeline. There you go. It's also up substantially over Bitcoin if you look over the last 3 years, so whatever. Anyway, XRP was one of the few altcoins that set a new bear market bottom in 2019 and had some of the poorest year-to-date performance in the last year. But this year, the altcoin reached as much as over 80% returns from the start of the year. However, a recent correction cut that rally by half already. After reaching a high of 34 cents, XRP has fallen back to a low of 25 cents where it is currently finding support. And obviously that support appears to have broken since it's in the 23 cent range as I record this video. The recent drop in the XRP/USD trading pair also caused the altcoin to lose ground against Bitcoin, dropping from 3,300 sats to 2,700 sats. But the drop also triggered a TD9 buy signal from the Thomas DeMark sequential indicator for the XRP/BTC trading pair. Now, candlesticks must close in a specific sequence for the signal to trigger, or the count restarts until a successful trigger is confirmed. And this gets a little bit more technical than I want, so I would like to run to the bottom, because I think most people are not here for the technical, jibber jabber of all this. They want the opinions of where is this all going. But anyway, ultimately, after getting through the technical jibber jabber, if I can call it that, they cite here that it suggests that XRP is ready to moon. That's the opinion ultimately from the analysts now here. Further backing up the theory is a chart shared of the XRP/BTC pair. The analyst sharing the chart says XRP is at a major pivot point. The crypto analyst further claims that those who aren't paying close enough attention to the signal must not like money. I hate money. Moon Lambo hate money. Suggesting that there's enormous ROI to be made for those that take action on this latest buy signal. All right, next here. Let's go ahead and jump into this tweet from Magic, who has almost 70,000 followers on TradingView and about 31,000 here on the Twitters here. And I got 2 tweets from him. I'm going to read them one after another. They are both from today. XRP just broke down below the 50 and 200-day moving averages in one shot. If we see a strong close below, that will open the door for a return to the 16 centish area, in my opinion. The day isn't over, though, so XRP could still close above them. Yeah, well, it's gone down markedly since then. And so that tweet was from, it's 2 of them, but they were from about 9 hours ago. And so we cited that, and indeed, XRP did go down. So, just acknowledging it. Next, here's a tweet from Leb Crypto, chart analyst. XRP bounced off the 200-day moving average, 50 moving average, and 21 weekly EMA. This may be it. Let's go for wave 5. Except for ultimately, it did go a little bit lower. And this tweet was from 7 hours ago. Here's another one from Leb Crypto. Well, technically there's two. So there's a tweet from yesterday, which I'm going to read first, and then he retweeted that and wrote something else. So the one from yesterday reads as follows. This is the final shakeout of weak hands and amateur traders before a strong alt season in March. And so today he retweeted that and wrote the following. Who's shaken out? Beware, this is your typical bear trap within a bull market, in my opinion. And so for me, since I don't know because I don't pretend to know how to read charts, I just blissfully go on with my life. Price goes up, I buy. Price goes down, I buy. And again, I will pause when it goes parabolic. And that's just how I'm deciding to treat this. And you shouldn't buy or sell because I'm saying that. I'm just happy to be transparent about that. All right, next, here's a tweet from Josh Rager. Sounds angry. On Bitcoin. Unable to break midline plus POC from the last 2 weeks. If price can't break above midline, it's going to retest $9,500 again and likely drop to the 9,300s. And that was earlier this morning around 6:30 a.m., so it's been a little while. And again, at the time of recording here, Bitcoin is at $9,153. So it did indeed go down, and Josh Rager suspected that was quite possible as cited there. Last tweet for this video, this comes from chart analyst Patty Stash. And he's got a picture here. This chart is the altcoin market cap dominance chart here. And here's what he had to say about it. Wouldn't surprise me to see altcoin dominance continue to creep up along this lower trend line support for the first half of 2020 around the time of the halving. Don't expect Bitcoin to really begin gaining its dominance until the way end of 2020 based off historic halving data. And so there you go. So you guys are freaking out about all this price action. Do you stay in cool, calm, and collected? I would love to hear from you below and where you think this is all going. I love diversity of thought. It's fun to talk about this stuff. But it's time to wrap up this video. Until next time. I'm not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo!